Dear brothers and sisters, this story you will just see is inspired directly from the words of Allah in Surah Al-Buruj, Surah Al-Buruj, chapter 85. I encourage each of you to take a moment, today, to read the full surah in Arabic and translation, reflect on its meanings, and feel the strength and patience of the believers who stood firm in faith, even in the face of fire. If this story moved your heart, tell me what you learned. Share your reflections in the comments or send me a message. And if you want to see more stories like this, rooted in the Quran and full of meaning, let me know. Your support and feedback help bring more of these reminders to light. Let's keep learning, reflecting, and strengthening our iman together. Surah Al-Buruj, Surah Al-Buruj, the mansions of the stars. Arabic and English translation. وَالسَّمَاءِ ذَاتِ الْبُرُوجِ, by the sky containing great stars. وَالْيَوْمِ الْمَوْعُودِ, and by the promised day. وَشَاهِدٍ وَمَشْهُودٍ, and by the witness and what is witnessed. قُتِلَ أَصْحَابُ الْأُخْدُودِ, cursed were the companions of the trench النَّارِ ذَاتِ الْوَقُودِ, the fire full of fuel. إِذْ هُمْ عَلَيْهَا قُعُودٌ, when they were sitting near it. وَهُمْ عَلَى مَا يَفْعَلُونَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ شُهُودٌ, and they, to what they were doing against the believers, were witnesses. وَمَا نَقَمُوا مِنْهُمْ إِلَّا أَن يُؤْمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ الْعَزِيزِ الْحَمِيدِ, and they resented them not, except because they believed in Allah, the Exalted in might, the Praiseworthy, الَّذِي لَهُ مُلْكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ, وَاللَّهُ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ Shahidun, to whom belongs the dominion of the heavens and the earth. And Allah, over all things, is witness. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ فَتَنُوا الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ ثُمَّ لَمْ يَتُوبُوا فَلَهُمْ عَذَابُ جَهَنَّمَ وَلَهُمْ عَذَابُ الْحَرِيقِ. Indeed, those who have tortured the believing men and believing women, and then have not repented, will have the punishment of hell, and they will have the punishment of the burning fire. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ لَهُمْ جَنَّاتٌ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارُ ذَلِكَ الْفَوْزُ الْكَبِيرُ. Indeed, those who have believed and done righteous deeds will have gardens beneath which rivers flow. That is the great attainment. إِنَّ بَطْشَ رَبِّكَ لَشَدِيدٌ. Indeed, the vengeance of your Lord is severe. إِنَّهُ هُوَ يُبْدِئُ وَيُعِيدُ. Indeed, it is He who originates creation and repeats. وَهُوَ الْغَفُورُ الْوَدُودُ, and He is the forgiving, the affectionate. ذُو الْعَرْشِ الْمَجِيدُ, owner of the throne, the glorious. فَعَالٌ لِمَا يُرِيدُ, effector of what He intends. هَلْ أَتَاكَ حَدِيثُ الْجُنُودِ, has there reached you the story of the soldiers? فِرْعَوْنَ وَثَمُودَ, those of Pharaoh and Thamud? بَلِ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا فِي تَكْذِيبٍ, but they who disbelieve are in persistent denial. وَاللَّهُ مِنْ وَرَائِهِمْ مُحِيطٌ, while Allah encompasses them from behind. بَلْ هُوَ قُرْآنٌ مَجِيدٌ, but this is an honored Qur'an. فِي لَوْحٍ مَحْفُوظٍ, inscribed in a preserved slate. Now the story of the people of the trench. Ashab al-Ukhdud, Ashab al-Ukhdud. In a time long ago, in the ancient lands of southern Arabia, present-day Yemen, a tyrant king ruled over the land. He was cruel, arrogant, and demanded that all his people worship him and follow his false religion. Anyone who believed in the one true God, Allah, was considered a traitor. He punished them with torture, fire, and death. قُتِلَ أَصْحَابُ الْأُخْدُودِ. 4. Cursed were the companions of the trench. Surah Al-Buruj, 85:4. He would dig massive trenches into the earth, fill them with blazing fire, and cast believers into them, simply because they had said, La ilaha illa Allah, there is no God but Allah. Among this kingdom lived a young boy, a pure soul. The king chose him to be trained in sorcery under the royal magician. But one day, while walking to the palace, the boy met Aman, a believer in Allah, who taught him the truth of Tawheed, that there is only one God. The boy was drawn to the man's kindness and wisdom. Every day, he secretly visited him and learned about Allah. Soon the boy's faith grew strong. One day the boy, by Allah's will, healed a blind man. News spread across the land. Even the king's close advisor was healed and became a believer in Allah. وَمَا نَقَمُوا مِنْهُمْ إِلَّا أَنْ يُؤْمِنُوا بِاللَّهِ الْعَزِيزِ الْحَمِيدِ. 8. And they resented them only because they believed in Allah, the Almighty, the Praiseworthy. Surah Al-Buruj, 85-8. The king was furious. He tried to kill the boy many times, throwing him off cliffs, sending beasts, ordering soldiers. But each time, Allah saved the boy. Eventually, the boy said to the king, "You will not be able to kill me until you do what I command you." He continued, "Gather the people, tie me to a tree, take an arrow from my quiver and say, 'In the name of Allah, the Lord of the boy,' then shoot." Desperate to maintain his power, the king obeyed. He said the words, released the arrow, and the boy died. The people who had witnessed the miracle all cried out, "We believe in the Lord of the boy." The tyrant had lost. His cruelty had only ignited a flame of faith. But the king's pride was wounded. In his fury, he ordered trenches to be dug. Inside them, fires were lit with wood and oil, burning violently. The believers, men, women, and children, were brought forth and told, "Deny your faith or burn." They refused. One by one, they were cast into the fire. النار ذات الوقود. 5. إذ هم عليها قعود. 6. وهم على ما يفعلون بالمؤمنين شهود. 7. The fire full of fuel, when they sat by it, and they were witnessing what they did to the believers. Surah Al-Buruj, 85-5-7. Among the believers was a woman holding her baby. As she stood at the edge of the trench, her heart trembled. She hesitated, but Allah gave her baby the power to speak. The infant said, "O mother, be patient, for you are upon the truth." Her heart found peace. With courage, she stepped forward and embraced martyrdom. They were thrown into fire, but their souls rose to light. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ فَتَنُوا الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتِ ثُمَّ لَمْ يَتُوبُوا فَلَهُمْ عَذَابُ جَهَنَّمَ وَلَهُمْ عَذَابُ الْحَرِيقِ. 10. Indeed, those who tortured the believing men and believing women and then did not repent, for them is the punishment of hell and the punishment of the burning fire. Surah Al-Buruj, 85-10. These people did not die in vain. Allah recorded their courage in His book, the Quran, so that their story will live forever. A lesson for every generation, that faith may be tested with fire, but it will never be extinguished.